previous images, we have shown you the difference between the urban area with no type of regulation in street light and another that is regulated and stabilized with ILUEST Plus. Now let's see what happens when you compare them. To the left of the screen, we can see that there is an area with no regulation, and to the right, the area that will be permanently regulated with ILUEST Plus. The lights are switched on at 1830, while the excessive tension increases slowly in the non-regulated area. In the area with ILUEST Plus, the nominal tension is stabilized until it decreases at two levels of savings, at 2100 and 0 hours, as you can perceive with a slight reduction in the intensity of the light, which in real time is imperceptible. More towards the early morning hours, we can see how the ILUEST Plus area once again recuperates the savings level until the lights are turned off at 8 in the morning. In a single night, the streetlights in the non-regulated area have been affected by an important overload in tension, causing a decrease in the average life and a noticeable excessive power consumption, while in the ILUEST Plus area, the lighting has to be carefully regulated to maintain the appropriate lighting level while obtaining important power savings and maintenance. The final consumption, as it appears in the markers, is reduced by 40%. The advantages of having an ILUEST Plus in your street lighting are numerous. The most significant ones are those relating to energy savings, its economic usage, the ease in installation, the user-friendly telemanagement, its fast payback, and a lower CO2 emission. Before the worldwide oil crisis of 1973, the price of energy was relatively low. Energy consumption of street lighting in cities received little attention and was mostly allowed to operate with few restrictions. This has changed drastically since the price of a barrel of Brent has since doubled, with significant increases in the cost of producing electrical energy. City councils began to actively seek ways to reduce energy consumption of street lighting, the consumption of which can easily constitute up to 80% of the total electrical energy bill. The first solution employed was the method of using double electrical line circuits, where alternate lamps located along the street that were connected on the first electrical line were turned off, while leaving the lamps on the second line lighted. This lighting solution, however, compromised safety on the streets. The alternate lighted and dark areas along the street caused a zebra effect, adversely affecting drivers due to the stroboscopic effect created. It was necessary, therefore, to find a better energy-saving solution that would not affect the uniformity of the lighting. The following solution utilizes double-level ballasts, where both energy-saving and uniform lighting were attained. The main disadvantage of this solution is its relatively higher costs, the cost of the additional ballast, the associated installation costs, and the need for the additional control cable to connect to each light point. In addition, voltage to the lamps is not stabilized, subjecting the lamps to voltage fluctuations and overvoltages, shortening the useful lifespan of the lamps. Therefore, the need arises for a method that offers a more technically superior and complete solution. The definitive solution is ILUEST Plus, a dimmer stabilizer of lighting flow. The ILUEST Plus offers the advantages of all of the previous systems employed, but without its disadvantages. The ILUEST Plus enables the achievement of complete voltage stabilization, progressive lighting flow dimming, low installation and maintenance costs, uniformity in lighting, and, most importantly, energy saving. With ILUEST Plus, economic saving of up to 40% can be obtained. In a typical city, the average lighting operates an approximate 4,000 annual hours, while the overvoltage rate at night reaches in excess of up to 10%. As a result, the average lifetime of a lamp easily decreases up to 50% of its designated lifespan, increasing the cost of maintenance significantly. In addition, it is also typical that the need to operate lighting at full power decreases after midnight hours, in tandem with the decrease in both vehicular traffic and pedestrians on public roads. Taking the example of a city of 25,000 inhabitants, with an average lighting density of 6 light points for each 6 inhabitants, we will have a total of 4,200 light points. Assuming each lamp to be of the high-pressure sodium vapor type, rated at 150 watts, there will be a total installed power of 630 kilowatts, distributed in 32 control centers at 20 kilowatts each. We use this hypothetical example without undertaking any energy-saving initiatives. With an estimated energy consumption at 103,000 kilowatt hours, the additional energy consumption will reach 20,000 kilowatt hours annually as a result result of overvoltages. This will result in an increase of 21% in the electrical expense bill and a corresponding 67% increase in the maintenance expenses for lamp replacement. Damage to the environment will be equivalent to releasing 58 tons of CO2 per year into the atmosphere. On the contrary, installing an ILUEST Plus in each control center will eliminate these overvoltages through voltage stabilization. Maintenance expenses will be decreased and consumption can be rationalized to 64,000 kilowatt hours, reaching an energy saving of up to 39,000 kilowatt hours, or 38% less energy. And, just as important, a decrease of 22 metric tons of CO2 emitted. The ILUEST Plus equipments are designed to be installed at the upstreams of power lines, not at individual lighting points. This enables the ILUEST Plus to be easily adapted to all types of installations, new or existing ones, suitable for use of all types of lamps available in the market. The ILUEST Plus can be installed inside the individual lighting control centers, or in adjacent outdoor enclosures next to the control centers. The ILUEST Plus equipments can be easily managed by city council staff within their own cities. With the optional telemanagement Secres module, an easier, direct and more effective communication can now be possible with the street lighting installations in the city. Data and records of consumption, total remote control of the installation through a GSM modem, and an integral management of the alarms in real time can be effectively realized. For example, in the event of an alarm, the ILUEST Plus can be programmed to send emails and SMS automatically to the control points, as well as to notify maintenance staff all in real time. The total investment expended in ILUEST Plus equipments can be recouped in a period of between 6 and 24 months, recovering the total amount of the initial investment. The total amount obtained from the cost savings can now be used to provide complete funding in the improvement and the management of the lighting installation. Coupled with the numerous subsidy and grant provisions by the different governments, the payback period would be even shorter. An equivalent of 0.56 tons of CO2 is emitted to the atmosphere for each megawatt of consumed power. With ILUEST Plus, the electrical consumption is reduced. CO2 emissions are similarly reduced, which will help us slow down the effects of global warming that is now threatening our livelihoods on Earth. In addition, the ILUEST Plus enhances the lifespan of the lamps, thus contributing to decreasing costs associated with their recycling. If we were to extend this to the rest of the cities in a country of 40 million inhabitants, its contribution to the environment would be enormous. The result would be a staggering equivalent of 1 million tons less of CO2 released to the atmosphere every year. Therefore, the ILUEST Plus equipment is your best answer to obtain the most efficient method of energy conservation with good economic returns and fast payback benefits. In addition, installation of the ILUEST Plus is simple, and the lighting installation can be better controlled with the use of telemanagement, while at the same time reducing the CO2 emissions to the atmosphere. The ideal solution for lighting up your city.